Salams and welcome. I don't know if you're much into soccer. But this is Sir Gareth Southgate, the ex-manager, former manager of the England team. Very, very successful player in his youth. Famous for missing the penalty at a World Cup final. I think it was in 1996 or so. But he has made remarkable changes. He reinvigorated the English team and took them to many semi-finals, quarterfinals and finals in Europe against various countries. So it's very, very famous insofar as accomplishment are concerned. A very astute manager who knows how to rally the team and motivate his team to excel in what they are doing. And why I love this, because he gave a fabulous lecture, and I was actually surprised that a person in soccer, and one would not expect it, but he's given such a powerful motivational talk aimed at the youth and especially young men and young boys who are growing up. And that is why I'm sharing this with you. Let's listen to some of the wonderful words of wisdom that he's sharing with young men today. Boys who are growing up, whether teenagers or the Gen Z, anyone from 14 to 24 years of old, or anyone older than that can also benefit. And this is credit to the BBC, a wonderful article. So Sir Gareth Southgate says that he fears that young men are spending too much time on games, gambling, and watching pornography, and they need better role models instead of online influences. And he gave a fabulous talk at the BBC's annual Richard Dimbleby lecture. The ex-England men's football manager spoke about his own experiences of missing a crucial penalty at the Euro 1996, saying he did not let it define him. But he says that pain still holds me today, and it is something that won't just go away. And he says that in today's time, the UK needs to do much more. And I don't think it's only the UK. I think it applies to us in South Africa and wherever in the world that you are. He said we need to encourage young people, especially young men, to make the right choices in life, and they should not fear failure. Rather than you see, we have the choice of going to teachers. In the old days when we were growing up, if you needed help or you needed someone, a wise person, you would go to your teacher or your sport coach or your youth group leaders. But Sir Gareth said that instead of turning to these people, many young people are searching for direction online. And he said they were finding a new kind of role model, one that did not have the best interests in heart. And these role models on social media, they are callous, some of them, not all of them. Some are callous, manipulative, and toxic influencers whose sole drive is for their own gain. They willingly trick young men into believing that success is measured by money or dominance, and that strength means never showing emotion, and that the world, including women, is against them, right? So these are toxic role models. So Gareth spoke about missing the crucial penalty in 1996 Euro semi-finals when England lost to Germany. So he says, so Gareth said at the lecture, the miss at the 1996 penalty, it did not define me, but it forced me to dig deep into myself and revealed an inner belief and resilience that I never knew existed. And sometimes it is hardship that reveals our true potential that we have within ourselves. And a crucial penalty he missed at the finals where England against Germany. And then further, we'll just skip this part here. So Sir Gareth has been credited with revitalizing England team and was knighted in the King's New Year honours in December. And let's go to the main part of his lecture. Sir Gareth's talk focused on the importance of belief and resilience for young men, and he cited three things needed to build these beliefs in young men. Firstly, identity; secondly, connection; and third, culture. He referred to a report released by the Center for Social Justice, which said that boys and young men were in a crisis, with a staggering increase in those who are not in education and those who don't have employment or some sort of training. And Sir Gareth said in his talk that too many young men feel isolated, too many feel uncomfortable opening up to friends or family about their inner problems. Many don't have, wise mentors. They don't go to their teachers, their coaches, or their bosses who understand how to push them to be the best and develop them and allow them to grow. And so when young men struggle instead of going to people who got the best interest at hand, they inevitably try to handle their situation and they find themselves totally alone. So young men end up withdrawing, they're reluctant to talk or express their emotions, they spend more time online searching for direction and are falling into unhealthy alternatives like online gambling, online gaming, and online pornography. He also said young men don't get enough opportunities to fail and learn from their mistakes. Sir Gareth went further and he said, in my opinion, if we make life too easy for young boys now, we will inevitably make life harder when they grow up to be young men. Too many young men are at risk of fearing failure, precisely because they've had so few opportunities to experience and overcome it. They fail to try rather than try and fail. He said, if I've learned anything from my life in football, it's that success is much more than the final score. True success is how you respond in your most difficult and in your hardest moments. And I fully agree with him. Wonderful words of wisdom from Sir Gareth Southgate. Stay well, look after yourself. Please share it with the young G and others. Stay well, look after yourself. Alhamdulillah.